Hello there, my name is Armando. I'm an admitted perfectionist, I might as well just say it. But linked to that, I've been thinking a lot about something curious in human behavior, and it's the way we relate to routines, or even the concept of a perfect routine in itself. For a very long time, I lived with this persistent feeling that we humans should have our lives perfectly organized, perfectly structured, even perfectly consistent. As if a well functioning person is someone who wakes up every day with the same energy, the same drive, the same discipline, even the same clarity. But if you observe real life carefully, that picture starts to become a bit fictional because we are not stable systems at all. Yeah, we have days when we feel focused and sharp, but other days everything feels heavier, slower, more resistant. And yet, when the fluctuation happens, most of us immediately jump to self criticism. We say things like, I'm losing discipline, I'm becoming inconsistent, I need to push harder. And in my experience, what's fascinating is that very rarely do we pause and ask a different question. Not what's wrong with me, but rather what's influencing me today. Sleep, stress, emotions, workloads, the weather, hormones, mental fatigue, even subtle things we barely notice. Our internal state is constantly shifting, yet our expectations tend to remain rigid. And this mismatch creates enormous psychological friction. Over time, I began noticing this pattern in my own life. There were periods where everything flowed effortlessly, and periods where even the simplest of actions required some kind of negotiation with myself. But instead of interpreting those phases as a failure, I slowly learned to see them as information, as signals instead of verdicts, because sustainability in life rarely comes from forcing ourselves into some kind of mechanical consistency. It comes from understanding our variability better, from working with our rhythms rather than constantly fighting them. A small practical shift that helped me enormously was this one. On low energy days, try reducing the entry barrier, not the intention. So instead of saying, I must perform at full capacity no matter what, try, how do I stay in motion today realistically? And an example I suggested in earlier posts, you can even trick yourself into exercising when motivation is gone by agreeing a less intense workout with your brain and then pushing yourself to the full program once you've started, because then the mental barrier is no longer there. I've done that many times myself and it actually works. But more often than not, the goal is not even intensity, it's continuity. And continuity is built through flexibility, definitely not through pressure. Does that resonate with you and with your life experience? I would love to hear your thoughts.